Hey everyone and welcome back. So doing a pickups video. I was originally going to wait a little bit longer because I do have a couple more things, two things actually coming in, but it looks like it's going to be more later in the coming week. And it was just like, you know what, stuff's starting to pile up. And so we're just going to do two separate videos, but I know some of you have actually said that for some of these videos, especially like the pickups videos, you actually don't mind if they're a little bit longer. And I think I understand it because I know for some of the stuff that I watch, there are occasions, like there are videos where like, you know, they don't require like your full attention, and it's nice to have it sort of on. And if they're a little bit longer, you know, it's kind of nice. And like I know that I do the same thing because there are a couple channels like where I watch where kind of similar, where they're doing their own like pickups videos, and you know, they could be like 20-25 minutes long. So I figured this one was gonna be just not like long, but you know, just sort of I was gonna break it up, but I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna leave it as is. So a few things to go through, and I'm trying to determine like the right order. So I think I'm actually gonna do some Creepshow stuff that I got in. So first of all, one thing that's actually super cool that I've wanted for a long time are these Creepshow cover reproductions from Rabid Weasel. You can find them on Etsy and eBay, and actually he has an Instagram account as well. As you can see here, it's just a perfect replica of the comic book used in the film, and there's different versions you can get. You get one that actually is a pretty much a recreation of the comic book. Now, it doesn't have all the pages. It only has the pages that are featured in the film. So it's not like complete, but just as a replica. Like I really want to get that at some point, but I sort of wanted to just get this in the short term. And this is basically just the cover. So obviously here's the front, and then here's recreation of the back with, you know, supposed other issues of Creepshow, you know, that would be available. And I absolutely love it. So I'm going to put this actually with my sort of, I have two Creepshow areas. One of them is still kind of being constructed, but yeah, I thought this would actually be a really cool thing to have as part of it. And then down the line, I definitely want to order his more like fuller recreation of the comic book. But it didn't stop there. I also got the one that he does for the cover of Creepshow 2, which is really cool. As you can see here, there's the front and there's the back. And I think the back actually is the same, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's technically, yeah, so it's the same for both. And these aren't like expensive. I mean, now these do ship from the UK, so it did actually take a little bit, but they arrived luckily in perfect condition. So as soon as I get these displayed properly, I definitely will show you guys. And then the other Creepshow thing, which is one collectible thing and the other one to go with my one of my Creepshow setups. So first up, and I thought I'd already gotten this and I realized I hadn't, was the Monstars Creepshow figure of the Spectre, aka Raoul, or the Creep rather. As you can see, there he is right there. I get a little bit closer, you can see some of the detail in the figure. I absolutely love the figures that they've done for the Creepshow line. And there's just a quick look of the back of the packaging, which I absolutely love. And I realized what I actually did get a while ago was they have a limited version of this figure as like a glow-in-the-dark figure, which is loose. It's not in packaging. I was like, oh, that's what I have. I never got the actual like regular release one. And I do want to get one more at some point, because actually I do want to have one to open and one to keep packaged. Yes, I'm one of those guys with some of this stuff, but yeah, it's Creepshow, so like I think I get a pass on that one. And then the other Creepshow thing was actually another one of their figures. This one obviously is of the fluffy one, and I do already have this one, but I wanted another one again so that I could open, because I want to actually display it with my fluffy bust out once that setup is all done. I know I did a video when I first got the last one, but just here real quick, you know, there's the crate and there's Fluffy inside, and just there's the back of the packaging real quick. And actually, let's see, I can get a closer shot of the figure. So there's Fluffy right there, and then the crate. And what I love about the crate is that it does have all that text on there, the Julia Carpenter bit. Because when I got the Fluffy bust and I was trying to think like, well, how do I want to, you know, set up a display for that? And I was like, oh, this would be perfect to have sort of just like maybe at the base or something. And I do have an autograph from George Romero of him with Fluffy, which again, like will be perfect when the time comes to sort of have a little mini display like that. All right, moving on to the next thing. I got a soundtrack, and this soundtrack soundtrack is this collector's edition for Scream 1 through 4. See right there, it's got all the scores on it. It's a little box. There's the front, and there is the side, and there's the back real quick. Let's see if I can read this without putting on any glasses, because it's kind of small. Let's see, all four Marco Beltrami scores from the original Scream films, expanded across 6 CDs, and includes alternates, outtakes, and demos. So very, very cool. I'm going to open it up just real quick. They did do something kind of cool, but it's also a little sort of awkward. So as you can see here, it sort of unfolds, and inside are the discs. I'll get to those in just a moment, but this thing unfolds, and it's got popcorn on the inside. Now it unfolds kind of in a weird way because there's all these little weird folds. But obviously the main thing is, it's obviously the ghost face thing. Now my only problem with it is I think over time all these little folding, like these smaller folding things will probably give way. But for right now, I think that's awesome. And then it comes with a little booklet with some liner notes and stuff about all the music and the scores and everything. I guess the score is the music, whatever. And then it just has these little cardboard sleeves for each film. So there's first Scream, and there's the back with the track listing, and there's Scream 2 right there. And again, the back with the track listing. And disc 3 with Scream 3 on it. And again, there's the back with the track listing for Scream 3. And Scream 3 does have 2 discs. So here's the second disc, which is disc 4 of the set, but disc 2 for Scream 3. So there's the front. And there is the back with the track listing. There is Scream 4. And there's the track listing for that one. And then finally, a sort of bonus disc with extra cues and demos and things like that. And there's the track listing. It's nice that it's divided up into each film as well. So definitely a very, very cool set. I actually love the music to the Scream films, not just the songs, especially from the first film, but also the score. I've always loved the score to the Scream films. And I've not seen the new one yet. I'm hoping to see it soon. I just so hopefully, yeah, I'm trying to avoid spoilers as best I can. It gets harder and harder in this day and age. And speaking of music, I actually, you know what? Hold on. Actually, before I get to the next thing, just real quick, I don't know if I'm going to keep it in this or get something else, but I did pick up a frame for my Freddy Krueger bust, the Certificate of Authenticity. So just kind of a nice frame. I just figured I'd include that real quick. So speaking of music, so John Carpenter's birthday was about two and a half weeks ago. As I mentioned before, John Carpenter is not only one of my favorite filmmakers, one of my idols, but he's also one of my favorite film composers. I absolutely adore his music. And when I saw him in concert a couple years ago, as I mentioned before, I swear it's like one of the best nights of my life, because it was one of those where just every element, like my love of movies, my love of John Carpenter and his movies and his scores, and having all that sort of live in front of me was just like, it was just perfect on so many levels. So for his birthday, obviously there were a couple sales. Like Scream Factory had some sales on some of his stuff that they have, and the John Carpenter website had actually some stuff from the tour. So I decided to grab a couple things, and so one of them was the LP for John Carpenter's Anthology, which this is actually one of my favorite albums. Just real quick, there's the back of it. Now the thing is, I obviously already had one of these that I got a couple years ago, or 2 years ago I think it was, and it's autographed by John Carpenter. But obviously that one is in a frame, and I really wanted one at some point that I could just sort of have on its own. And this was part of the sale over at the Scream Factory website. And I was like, you know what? If I'm going to grab it, might as well just grab it now. So really, really happy to have, I guess, another copy of it. But, and actually because I am mentioning the Scream Factory, I actually did pick up another copy of Halloween 2, the 4K release, because I did already have a second copy of 1, which I have displayed with my statue, my Michael Myers statue. Another one of 3 because it's Halloween 3. You knew I was going to have like 2 copies of that. And because Halloween 2 technically was actually one of the very first horror films I ever saw. Definitely one of the ones that really made me fall in love with horror. As I mentioned before, it was like Halloween 2, it was like The Fog, Creepshow. It was like there were a couple of key films around that I saw sort of around the same time. And it was just one of those moments where like I think I was feeling nostalgic, and I was like, you know what? I should probably have just one more copy of Halloween 2 because why not? A little indulgent, but But for the stuff I got from the John Carpenter website, from their store, so I did get a couple things. I got Where's the other thing? Oh, I'm missing one thing. Hold on. It had fallen on the floor. So I got actually a couple of the pins because they were like $2. You know, it's like I couldn't say no to that. So here's one set of pins. Obviously one featuring for Escape from New York, They Live, Halloween, and Assault on Precinct 13. And then this one is, again, kind of a nice one there for, you know, The Fog, Halloween, Escape from New York, Assault on Precinct 13, Lost Themes, and obviously that great one of John Carpenter right there. This other thing I got, which actually, now I kind of wish I got like a couple of these. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'll order more if they still have them. I don't know, but it's this Escape from New York novelty eye patch. I think this is like $1 or something, which you can see just right there. You know, very, very simple novelty. But again, Escape from New York is one of my favorite films. So it's like, now I kind of wish like maybe I should have got like another one or two. You know, one to put with my snake statue, which is right there, and then just like another one or two to have, just to have. I don't know. And then finally, what I got, which I'm so glad I did, because like I got one at the time, but then like I've actually stopped wearing it because I kind of didn't want anything to happen to it, and I did actually get just another shirt from that tour. This is obviously the front with his face, and then on the back, of course, it has all the cities from that tour, 2016. Let's see, where is... And right here is the Chicago one, July 16th. And there are all the cities there from the tour. So just happy to get one more shirt that I'm really, really happy to get. And, if that wasn't all, because again, a lot of this stuff was like super, super cheap on his website. I'm actually tempted to go back on there and actually see if there's anything else that if it's still on sale. But I also got the poster from that tour right here, which you can tell I already put in a frame. And I kind of think like, I think I already have one, but for the love of God, I don't know where it is. And for $10, I was like, you know what? Worst case scenario, I have two. So I'm happy to get that because I definitely want to... I think what I'm going to do at some point is just do sort of a John Carpenter, like, little music kind of area. Probably near my desk, most likely. That's where I have a lot of my, like, frame music things. So that's the John Carpenter stuff. So let's move on to the other things. Although technically there actually is more John Carpenter, but it's sort of part of a different sale. Although actually one of them I probably did get because it was in honor of his birthday, and that is because I missed out on it originally, and that is the UK release of The Thing, the 4K release. And what's cool about this is, of course, this is a limited edition one that is very much like the Studio Canal ones from a couple of years ago. You know, ones from The Fog, Escape from New York, They Live, Prince of Darkness. And of course I have those. And I was like, it was funny, I was like, when I saw this went back up for sale, it cost me a little bit more than had I got it originally, but not too much more. I decided to grab one because I was looking at my shelf and realized like it would look really good with like another one on there, especially of The Thing. And I've not even opened it yet. So actually, let's just open it up real quick. I won't spend too much time on it. So just real quick, here's the front of the box with that great, great artwork. There is the side and there is the back. And pull it out real quick, and here's the booklet that comes with it. Oh, actually, this looks pretty good. Let's see. So obviously it's got write-ups on the film, but what kind of stuck out to me is like, look at that. It's got like film notes from it, and like sketches, concept sketches, and all kinds. This is actually really, really cool. That's actually cool. You know, it's not the usual like, let me tell you why the movie's so great. This is like, I love when it actually includes some behind-the-scenes stuff like that. And then finally, here is, of course, the fold-out. Real quick, I'll do stuff falling out. All right, get to that in a moment. Here's just the fold out. Very, very cool. I love that. And then, of course, the discs. Oh, I got to turn the discs around. It's funny. There's not much I'm OCD about, but for some reason, I want discs to be upright. I don't know why. Of all the OCD things you can be, like, for some reason, that's it. Okay, so that's close enough. So there are the 4 discs. Obviously, the 4K disc. The Blu-ray, which I don't know if it's region free or region B, but that doesn't matter. And then this is the Blu-ray of the prequel film, although I think that is region locked. And then the soundtrack. Now, I did already have the soundtrack. That actually looks like the same disc, but it's a great remastering of it. And just real quick, it came with, obviously, a mini poster of sort of like the UK quad of the new artwork, which looks fantastic. And also a bunch of photographs on some like really thick cardstock. So there's one right there, and there's everyone getting tested. And there's a great promo shot right there. Nice one there. That's a cool one of the camp at night. And there we go. So nice. Actually, it's such a great set as the other ones were as well. Now again, I admit I should have grabbed this when this first came out because I probably paid an extra $10 more than I would have originally. But still, happy to have it. I think the only downfall is I don't think it has the original. Could be wrong actually. I don't think it has the original audio, the theatrical mix. I think that's still missing, just like on the Universal release. And then get into a couple more releases. So I did get, I don't think I put this in another video yet. If I did, I'll just do it real quick. I did get the 4K Steelbook of Halloween Kills from, this was the Best Buy exclusive. And there's the front, and there's the back. And there's the back of the Steelbook without the cover. And there's the inside with the discs. I don't think I did this in another video. If I did, I figured I'd go through it real quick. If not, yeah, here it is. And then next up is the new Vestron release of Candyman Day of the Dead. And there's the front of the slipcover. Love that artwork. And there is the back. And yeah, it does have a little bit, did rip just slightly there, but that's okay. And then obviously just the inside Blu-ray is just a repeat of that. But yeah. Happy to have the next Vestron one coming. And then next up is the new Blue Underground release, the 4K release of the Toolbox Murders. And there's the front and there's the back. And just like the other ones, like all the red stuff on the slipcover is sort of just like sticks out slightly, which I absolutely love. Anywhere like the title is, it definitely sort of pops. And outside the slipcover, obviously here it is. And here's the inside with the 4K disc and the new Blu-ray as well. And then finally, I did get in my Black Friday order from Severin. I didn't get too much, so I'm going to go through them real quick. So first up, I did pick up the John Russo film Midnight, and there's the front of the slipcover, and there's the back. Love that. And here's the inside Blu-ray cover. That's usually the image I kind of know a lot of it from. And there's the back of the Blu-ray right there. And Midnight I've not seen in a long time. In fact, the Midnight and what's that other film he did? I mean, he did a couple films, but The Majorettes. That's another one, which actually, that has a Blu-ray release. Did I ever pick that? I don't think I picked that one up. I have to double check. I don't think I did. If so, I got to pick that up at some point. Next up is the Bigfoot film Night of the Demon. There's the front of the slipcover and side with the title. And there's the back right there. And then just inside, there's the front of the Blu-ray. And there is the back. 2 Blu-rays. So this one has the film and a bunch of the extras. And then this one has like the Video Nasty documentaries on it, which a buddy of mine has already watched. He said they were really good. So looking forward to checking those out. Next one is Bloody Pit of Horror. And there's the front of the slipcover, side with the title. And there's the back right there. And here's the front of the Blu-ray, which looks great. And there's the back. And this is one I've been actually wanting to see for a while because I've not seen this film before. So I'm looking forward to finally getting a chance to see it. And then the one I was actually really excited about, Deodato film, House on the Edge of the Park. And there's the front of the slipcover, which I do want to stress does have some nice kind of highlights to it as well. It may be a little bit hard to check it out on camera, but like the blood here and stuff is like really smooth and everything. It's really nice. And there's the side with the title, and then finally there's the back right there. Here's the inside cover with the original artwork, and there's the back. And this thing is loaded. This thing's got like a lot in here. So it has, oh, what's this? Oh, here's the thing. So it comes with the soundtrack. So here's just a little insert for it. There's the front of that, and there's the back. I think is that the track listing? Yeah. So I guess there's only 6 tracks on it, but still, it's from Riz Ortolani, who obviously did a lot of great Italian scores, probably most notable for doing Cannibal Holocaust. And then, so real quick, here's obviously the Blu-ray for House on the Edge of the Park. Here's the disc with the documentary Deodato Holocaust, which I'm very excited to check out because I'm a big fan of his. And then there's the soundtrack CD right there. Really happy to have this one. I mean, I did have the older one from, is this Scorpion or Code Red? I forget which one put it out, which was a good disc, but this one obviously has like a new transfer and a bunch of new extras, and obviously like the documentary and the soundtrack and all that kind of stuff. And then finally, the very last thing, which is also from the Severin sale, which I'm super happy to have, is this book on Ruggero Deodato from Fab Press. And just real quick, there's the front of the book, obviously with Cannibal Holocaust, and then there's the back of the book. And I'm going to get to the best part about it in a moment, but I just want to open it up to... Ooh, there's stuff in here I can't show. All right, let me find... Ooh, I can't show that. 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 Maybe I could show that. I'm not gonna take any chances. I know, not what you guys want. Here, can I show this? Here, I think I should. Okay, so here, just real quick. House on the edge of the park, a little bit here, but it goes through Deodato's like whole career and everything. And obviously, yeah, there's a lot in here I can't show on camera. But what's really, really awesome, which you can see right here, is that it's numbered and autographed by Deodato. I have number 548 out of 1500. And hopefully you can see that right there. There's his autograph right there, which is so cool. I'm so happy I was able to get one of these. And I was also lucky enough to also actually meet him a couple years ago at a Fangoria convention. And again, he's one of those guys where, like, you know, despite some of the films he's made, he's like one of the nicest guys you can meet. So that's it for this pickups video. Obviously a big assortment of things. I was originally going to split them up, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do one video, just kind of throw everything into the mix. So that's everything. Definitely let me know what you guys think. Also let me know if you picked up anything recently as well, because this year is shaping up to be like one great year and expensive year at the same time. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.